Good morning. How you doing? Are you sure? How many of you are tired? Well, that means that I will have a short homily. I don't like for you to fall to sleep during my homily. How many of you is the first time that you are here? Wow. Welcome. Welcome. We are glad to have you here. How many of you are the maybe third time? 4, 5. Welcome again. I'd like, first of all, to thank the presence of my brother priests who are here celebrating with me, my brother deacons, the seminarians who are looking in the future to become a priest. And the best way to think and to find the way to become a priest is when we are in touch with our neighbor. With our neighbor. And today, you are our neighbor. And that is the best part of being a priest, and that is the best part to be together. How we can find in these occasions, in these opportunities, that love is there. It's not far, as Moses saying, love is not far away from you. It's not in heaven. It's not in the other side of the sea. Love is there, right there in front of us. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. That is the theme of this year. I'm thirsty. Thirsty for what? We are thirsty for what? Thirsty for love. And that we don't understand. It's difficult for us to understand what means love. And the best way for us to understand what means love is when we recognize that we are like that guy in the road, almost dying. And in his need, he was able to let someone to come and help him. When we are healthy, when we are doing fine, we think that we are Superman, Superwoman. I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. I. But when we find struggles in life, when we see that life is tough, when we reach points in life that are difficult, and we fail in our needs, it's when we open ourselves to let someone to come and help me. Maybe for many of you, during these 2 days, who was your good Samaritan? Who was that person who approached to you and make you feel important? Who was that person who come to you and help you to cry? Who was that person who come to you and help you to laugh? Who was that person who came to you and make you able to talk? And someone who listened to you. Who was that good Samaritan who came to meet you? And with his presence, the simple fact that he listened to you, help you to heal the emptiness of love. Help you to heal the wounds of sin. And help you to feel in peace. Who was that person who came with the oil and touch you and give you a hug and make you laugh and make you feel important? Who was that person? Was not there in heaven, was not on the other side of the world, was someone who was here in front of you. But you make a journey to come here, and being here in one way or in another way, you recognize that you were in need. I'm thirsty. Thirsty for who? For what? Of love, of Jesus, to meet your own self. That is a beautiful reading for the closing Mass of this event with the readings, the Good Samaritan, and how they help us to have hope. That is not what the world is telling us about us. It's not what the world is telling you about you. It's the beauty that God helps you to see. What is the beauty of yourself? With all our limitations, none of us we can expect to be perfect. But in our limitations is when we are able to experience mercy, love, compassion, patience. There is not when we try to think that we are perfect. It's when we recognize that we are the opposite, imperfect, in need to become better every day. Every time when I have the opportunity to come here, I give thanks to God because I need to wear the chasuble and the alb. And you don't see how my legs shake. That covered that. Why? Because every time I realize that I have my limitations. I cannot speak English fluid as I wish, because it's not my first language. I have my limitations. How I can express what my heart and my mind and the Lord wants to you with limitation that is not my language. The people ask me, how many languages do you speak? I say 1.5. Spanish and half English. But that is the limitation. But how, when we recognize that, yes, I'm not perfect, the Lord makes us strong, because He is the one who worked through us, and He is the one who showed the love through us. That is the beauty. It's not to come and say, we are perfect. No. It's to recognize that we are hurt, that we are thirsty. But we need the Good Samaritan to come and help us, to come and heal us. When I was your age, 14, 15 years old, when I was in high school, I never liked to go to school. I hate that. I was a very bad student. I didn't like to study. In math, don't ask me about math because I don't know anything about math. I don't know why I'm here. Very simple. But that was the reality. I was a very bad student. And I always had been this way. And they called me at school, my nickname was a fat potato. I don't know why. I don't know where. It's like I don't see around me where is the potato. But this is what the message that in the school they send me every time. Fat potato, fat potato. And I start to believe that I was fat, that I was ugly, that I was unwanted. When you see a bishop, when you see a priest, you think that we are coming from heaven. No, we come from hell. That is the reality. We are not special in any way. We went through all these things, and we cry. I hate to go to school, but I find a place in that school that helped me to going through. A place where I never was rejected, but I always was welcome. That place was the chapel. And I always find a little corner behind a door where I can go there and nobody sees me, because I was afraid that the people see me praying, they will start to laugh about me. I went to that chapel. I went through that corner where the door hit me. I was there, and nobody sees me. I was there, doing what? I don't know. Many times I cried there. But in the end, when I left that place, I have the strength to go through another class, through another day. Because never I felt abandoned when I visit Jesus. That is the key. Is have the strength to fight against who help us to feel bad. Is to find the place in which Jesus helps us to see the beauty and find the place where we feel that we are loved, that someone loves us. That is the key, because when you experience that, when you experience love, you feel the most important person in the world. But what I say, and this I repeat again and again, and this is my campaign, but it's so difficult to change. What means love? We don't have a clue. Because how many things we love? Father loved to cook, and you love to eat. You say that in your programs. Yeah, you love food. We love pizza. And we love God. What is the difference? How we can compare God and pizza, God and love? We don't understand. We think that love is something that make me coming from outside and make me happy. I don't do anything. No, that is not love. I like pizza. I enjoy eat pizza. I like to eat. I like to cook. Yes, but you never love food. You love your neighbor as yourself. You love God. It's God, you, and your neighbor. That's it. And that is when we start to understand what means love. Is be in touch with someone else to help you to feel important. Be in touch with someone else who give you a hug. Be in touch with someone else who help you to cry and make you to laugh. That is love. Make us feel human, with heart, with heart. There is where we need to look in. That is so difficult for us to think how to pray and find love with Jesus, because we think it's going in front of the plate of pizza and eat. No. It's to recognize that I am alone. I'm thirsty, I'm hurt, and I need to be healed. Be humble in our needs and ask the Lord to help us. It's not easy. It's a challenge. Yes, but it's the most beautiful challenge that you have in your life, because it's the challenge about your life, yourself. How do you want the people see you? What light do the people see on you? Is you. It's not a copy, it's you. Yes, you have been here, my dear brothers and sisters, in these 2 days, almost 3 days. What changed? Knowing that love exists. It's not coming through Twitter. It's not coming from Viber. It's not coming from texting. It's not coming through the internet. No, it's not there. Love is coming through someone else that God put in our lives and help us to feel that we are important for Him. That is our challenge. I remember that when I came here to the States, I didn't speak any English at all. I was practicing and practicing and practicing my flight from Colombia to the States, how to say good morning. But good morning in the Spanish style. Do you know what it means? It's to say, good morning. How are you doing? Everything, in Spanish, every letter you pronounce. And I think when it's in English with the same thing. And when I arrived the first morning with the priest, I say, Father, good morning, how are you doing? And the priest looked at me and said, what's up? From that day, for many weeks, I didn't open my mouth. We try and work hard to try to do our best, and we find sometimes obstacles. But it's in practicing and being patient and through cry that the Lord heals us. But we need to make time for Him to do His job, to be open to receive the Good Samaritan that He's sending us to heal our wounds, and to be free to practice what we believe and enjoy the life of Jesus through the sacraments, reconciliation, the Eucharist, all that beautiful gifts that He's giving us to feed us and show how much He loves us. But we need to make that journey to that little corner in our room, in our home. We can go there and be with Jesus and cry there and laugh there and stay there quiet, but being with Him. Being with Him. And we never, and you never, my dear young friends, will feel alone. Never. Make that journey in your day to meet Him and fall in love with Him. The one who touched your heart and make you feel important. Here in the States, they ask me, Father, where are you from? And I say, from Colombia. And you know what is the first question that I ask me? Where is the coca? I was ashamed to be from Colombia because the first thing is, where is the coca? Is the only thing that we have in Colombia? Is the first thing that the people think about the people from Colombia? But now I learn to laugh with that. When they ask me, where are you from? I say, from Colombia, from del Cartel del Sur. Before they ask another question, boom, I laugh. I don't cry anymore. I need to find, the Lord always gives us something that, yes, I'm from Colombia, but how I could respond and make the people laugh. And don't be ashamed of who we are and who am I. And that is what the Lord is looking. You are thirsty for that love, who will help you to see that you cannot become ashamed of who you are, but find that through your limitations, something beautiful is inside of your hearts. And that you need to feel proud of that, about who you are, and to be ashamed of that, and enjoy that beautiful gift of your heart, of yourself, that someone is always ready to be the Good Samaritan for you. But to be able, you need to be open to that person that God is putting in your life, is giving in your life to help you, to touch you, to heal your wounds, to put oil, to embrace you, and give you more of what you needed. You are so young, my dear friends. Your life is in front of you with obstacles. It's normal. But the obstacles that you have in your life are there to help you to become strong, to laugh. Yes, I'm from Colombia and del Cartel del Sur. You see? Laugh. Is a limitation? Yes. But through that limitations, the Lord help us to become strong. You are going back home. Challenges are waiting for you. That is okay. But don't forget to have that little room, that little corner in your daily life in which you can meet Jesus and be there. And the most beautiful thing that happens when you make that time is to meet with someone who loves you. Is to be with some, is to be with love. We don't need to think when we pray. We need to let love to embrace us. Is to learn to trust in Him, that when we are making time to pray, what happened there is being embraced by whom? By Jesus, who is love. Yes, my dear friends, Jesus gives you love and is willing to continue to help you, and accept His beautiful challenge. And never be ashamed of whom you are. And laugh when the people say something about you because they have envy and they are looking to make you feel bad. Laugh because you have that beautiful gift in your heart of whom you are. And Jesus is always with you, the Good Samaritan.